friends! Welcome back to another episode of Kayleigh Creates, and today I'm doing another plant tour. I know that you guys have probably seen this makeup already, but I decided to just film the intro and outro while I was looking nice. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys all around how my plants have changed in the last couple months. Some of them have perished. Some of them are growing. I might have more. I want to go back and see how many plants I had when I made this video versus what I have now. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this. You guys obviously enjoyed the last one. It has the most amount of views that I've ever had on a video ever. So I thought I might as well do an update video about 6 months later on how my plants are doing. So if you guys want to see my plant tour, this time the summer edition, just follow along. All right, so we are starting outside. This is my cute little front porch. Not the absolute best, but I think it's good. So I'm gonna start over here. This is my big ol' elephant ear. It actually just bloomed the other day, so you can see that flower right there, the little white flower. He's doing pretty well. We did just have a really hot couple of days in North Carolina, so he is struggling just a little bit with like the yellowing of these bigger leaves. But I've been trying to keep up with watering for him, so hopefully he will bounce back. And over here, I have kind of a good story, kind of a bad story. This is my bird of paradise. He really did not enjoy being out here in the winter time. So this front plant right here, he's not doing the best. He hasn't started growing any new leaves since it has become warm out. But the back one is doing great. It has grown 2 new leaves in the last month, and I'm hoping that it's just gonna keep getting bigger. Over here is my little SAGO palm. He doesn't do much, but he is very cute. And then I have a little Eve's needle cactus. So this one actually absolutely loves being outside. It's been growing so much. I even have a new little growth point on there. And then I have my little triangle plant. Why can't I remember what it's called? I don't know, but he is very hot, so all of the leaves have fallen off, but he is still continuing to grow, which is pretty awesome. And then I have my big apple cactus. I don't think he's growing at all, but he is surviving. He hasn't gotten any more of those brown spots, which came from a really hot time last year. So last year he bloomed a couple of times, so I'm hoping that he blooms again this summer. All right, over here is the cutest planter I've ever seen in my entire life. Ryan's friend made this for me, and I have not painted it yet because I'm lazy, but it is really cute. These are flowers that are in there, but I don't know, I think the hot weather also killed them. They are still starting to grow still, which I think is pretty crazy. Hopefully the heat stays away a little while so we can have some more flowers. Over here we have Ryan's yucca. He loves this plant. It has grown so much in the last couple months. It's so cute, and I'm hoping that it flowers. I know that they flower every couple years, but I feel like I don't notice when it grows. It just kind of happens, and suddenly I look and it's really big. So pretty neat. Over here I have my spider plant. This guy has gotten so big, like absolutely massive. I am gonna be hanging him soon. I just have not actually put the nails in the house to hang him. So I think he's gonna absolutely love being hung. He has fallen off the side of the table a couple of times. That's why he's kind of broken, and that's why I want to hang him so he can not have that anymore. And over here we have a new one. It's another elephant ear. It is I think it said Hawaiian punch elephant ear, which I think is so cute. Like, look how red the petioles are and then how big the leaves are. So I love her. I'm going to be planting her in a pot sometime soon, but she is very cute. I believe this is everybody that I have outside right now. So now I'm going to move inside. So over here by my turtles, you can see them back there. I just have one plant because this is a pretty dark corner. This is just my mother-in-law's tongue, my spider plant. So she is actually growing. This new little leaf that's in there is coming along, but it is very slow growth because there isn't much light at all. Hi, Pooh. Oh, good boy. And then over here, past the dog food. I'm sorry that you see my laundry all hanging up. Back here, I have some more plants. We did just get this TV literally yesterday, so I'm still trying to figure out where to put these guys. They were all lined up next to our smaller TV. But right through here we have Ryan's little cactus. This is the one he calls the unit. It has not gotten much bigger at all since I have shown this video, but he's stable and I love him. Back here I have my Venus flytrap, and flytraps are native to North Carolina, so I think that's just so cool. That's why I love having them in my house. It just makes me feel like I am kind of part of the outdoors. And this thing grows so fast, so fast. I do fertilize it using a carnivorous plant fertilizer, but I feel like it just grows so much faster than I've ever seen before. I've never kept one alive, so that might be it as well. Knight keeps wanting to say hi. Hi, buddy. Oh, yeah? Wow. Wow. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Knight had to go outside. But I do keep both of my carnivorous plants in water at all times just to keep them super, super moist. And that seems to have really helped them as well. Right next to it, I have a SUNDEW, and this one has grown blooms twice, and this is the one that it came with. I really should up-pot this, but I'm so scared of doing it. I'm afraid that I'm gonna kill it. Last time I repotted a carnivorous plant, it died. So I am really nervous to do that. So I'm just kind of letting it chill in this little tiny pot, and it seems to be okay with it. This guy over here, I actually don't even know what it is. This came as a freebie when I ordered from from Etsy, and I really have no idea what it is. So if you guys can help me idea it, that would be awesome. I barely water it, and it seems to be okay. It seems to be growing even more, but I have no idea what it is. Then I have my aloe. I used to have this in my kitchen, but I don't think it was getting enough water. And actually all of its roots shriveled up and it started to fall out of the pot. So I replanted it in here and it's grown a couple new little fronds. So I'm hoping that it's happier over here. And then over here, I have my jelly plant. It's in this really cute little Groot planter. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's baby Groot. My brother gave that to me for Christmas. I think it's just the cutest little thing. And this thing grows really fast, actually. So it's grown a couple new leaves since I've gotten it. And it's getting really big. I'm probably gonna have to up-pot it soon. And then back here is my jade plant. Look how big she is. I think it's just so happy in this exact spot. It's growing in this cute little turtle mug. It doesn't even have drainage holes, but it is still super happy. It used to grow with the grow light on this side, so that's why it's kind of leaning that way. So I've turned him around and it seems like he's doing a little bit better. But this is about it for the living room. My living room doesn't get a lot of light, so I don't keep a lot of things in here. But next I'm going to be moving into my bedroom. In here I literally just have the one plant. My house, again, is very dark, so he does not get a whole lot of light back here, but this is one of my favorite plants in the whole world. This is my jade pothos. I had a cutting from one of my old jobs and it has just grown so much And I did use the hairpin technique where you like pin the branches back so that they grow new roots, and it has just become so full and bushy. Also, I made this little hanger, so I'm super proud of it. But I'm excited for the rest of the summer to see how much it's gonna grow. It's already grown a bunch this spring, and it's barely even getting any light. So I'm just excited to see how much more it might grow in the future. But this is all that I have in my room. So now I am going to move to my kitchen. Okay, I'm really sorry that this is super backlit. This is a north-facing window, so I have to keep everything like in the window. But I have mostly little succulents in this window. I don't actually know what like any of them are called, so I'm going to try and put all of their names on the screen as I go. I have 2 air plants. One of them's in this cute little jelly jar that we got from HelloFresh. And the other one is in, actually I have another succulent in a jelly jar. This one's a Haworthia, like a living stone. And then another air plant. This one lives in this little like egg, which is super cute. And then I have this really cute little glass container that I put propagations in. It's very brown because I use liquid dirt in it, and I put a little bit too much in at one point. So it's kind of brown, but it seems to work really well. I just took a couple of propagations out. So now those guys are on their own, and they are completely rooted, and they seem to be doing well. This is all that I keep in my kitchen because, again, I only have this one north-facing window, but they still make me really happy to have a lot of greenery here. Right, and this is where the magic happens. Ooh, this is where I have like 95% of my plants. So I guess I'm just gonna go through them, point them out, chat about them, but this is where we're gonna be spending most of our time. I have a south-facing window and an east-facing window in this room, but we do have a covered porch in front of the east-facing window, so I have grow lights in here because it seems to help them grow a little bit better. But I'm gonna start up top. First I have this green bean Hoya. It has not done a whole lot for me since I've gotten it, but I've heard the first year you have them, they sleep. But I love Hoyas. They make me so happy, and I'm hoping that he grows for me sometime soon. And then over here, actually I'm gonna get my phone so I can remember everything. So up here I have my prayer plant. This is really cool to see open and close throughout the day. I did chop off a pretty big piece that started to trail, and that's what was propagating in my kitchen. But I love this guy. I just give him filtered water. I don't use distilled water, so there are some crisping on the edges. But besides that, he seems to be doing really well. And then up here, I have a whale fin snake plant. And this guy is pretty new, so I do not have anything to say about him. But I've wanted one of these for so long. I'm really excited that I finally got one. But this is also a pretty dark corner of the room, so hopefully he will be happy here. Moving down a little bit, I have this lovely pitcher plant. This guy is thirsty, so I water her multiple times a week, like every other day, because they love all of that moisture in their soil. I also give her some carnivorous plant fertilizer in her pitchers, and it does seem like she is growing a whole lot. I keep hoping for more pitchers to grow, but I have not seen any just yet. Up here I have a really happy story. If you guys watched my last plant tour, this was so much smaller than it is now. I don't know if she's getting too much light or not enough light, and that's why she's getting these like lemon lime color leaves, but I don't even care. I'm just happy she's alive. This was my Philodendron Brazil, and I had to chop her because she was just dying. I took the top part and one leaf, and look how good she's doing. She's growing so much. She makes me so happy. Down here, I have a little tiny string of hearts. I always have trouble with these tiny plants because you have to water them so often, but not like all the time. So she's not doing the best, but she's not doing the worst. I might plant her in the little pot that's beneath it because then that's at least a little bit bigger. I don't know. I'm struggling with her. Please help me with her. And then up here, I have my Marble Queen Pothos. She is one of my favorites because she's just so big and so lush. She seems so happy all the time. I water her about once a week, and she is one of my oldest plants. So I have never lived in a place that has a lot of light. So she seems to be happy with this grow light near her, but she makes me really, really happy. Over here, another very old plant of mine that I should probably help groom a little bit. So this is a striped Dracena. It's called a corn plant. And I think she actually gets too much light here under the grow light. So I might want to switch her with something else because she's been just crisping up on her bottom leaves and not growing anything new on top. But she's one of my firsts, and because of that, she's one of my favorites. Up here, I have a neon pothos. So she's starting to trail in one spot, which makes me happy. She is just super full on top, but she just grows so fast now. Now that she has started to trail, like these leaves just keep coming and keep coming. She's been away from the light, she's been in the light, so she kind of has all different colors, which I think is really, really cool. And then down here, this is another plant holder that I've made. This is my golden pothos. So she is loving her spot. So she has a bunch of new growth coming out right here. And she seems to be doing really well. She makes me really happy. Because when I first got her, she was like 3 little propagations that were growing out of the soil, and now look at her, she's her own new plant. Up here, I have my little baby ponytail palm. She is actually growing a lot lately. She's grown like 3 little fronds, so I think she's doing well. I hope she's happy. But I have been watching her grow, and I can't wait to see her get any bigger. She does have a little tiny trunk in there, and I can't wait to see that as well. Over here, I have, this one's another new plant. This is my Philodendron micans. So all of this little damage, this is not from me, but she's just so fuzzy. It makes me so happy. I've heard that they're really slow growers, so I'm gonna be patient with her, but she's just so pretty. I've wanted these for so long, and I know they're not super rare anymore, but like, they still make me really happy. Okay, so this is my Syngonium pink illusion. You can see all those pink little leaves down there. She's big, like she is actually one of my bigger plants. She's leaning a lot to one side, but she was pretty big when I bought her. So I love this plant. It's so easy. I really don't have to do like anything special with her. All right, and then over here, I believe this is, I know this is a SCINDAPSUS PICTUS. I believe it's a silvery Ann. I can never tell the difference between all of them. I don't really know. If you guys know, please help me. I know that the care is pretty much the same for all of them, but I've wanted just a SCINDAPSUS really bad, but this is my first one that I was able to get my hands on. Actually, one of the first plants that I ever had was a SCINDAPSUS. And that was when I knew nothing about plants, and I killed her really fast. But hopefully this one will survive. This is another new one. This one came in with the micans and then one other plant that I have on the other side of my room. that you will see in just a little bit. But I have nothing to really say about her. No new growth or anything. I've only had her for about a week or two, but she seems happy. And then over here, so this one is my PILEA PEPEROMIOIDES, and she's doing a whole lot better now than she was a couple weeks ago. So I don't know if just being a tiny bit closer to the light has made her happy. She used to be really big, like with these huge leaves, but I think I just took too many babies from her, and she was very unhappy with that. So she dropped all the big leaves and she was growing these little tiny leaves, mostly like that size. But now she seems to be doing pretty well. She seems a lot happier. So hopefully I can take new babies from her soon. I gave them to so many of my friends. But I love them. They make me happy. They're just so different, you know? Like they just look very different compared to all my plants that are around them. But I love her. And then I have another Syngonium. This one's a white butterfly, I think. This one actually grows really well as well. So it had 2 leaves when I got her, and now she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and another one is on the way. I think that Syngoniums, again, are just like really different looking, and I like the way that they grow in like bunches. I don't know. It's just something that I really like about them, and they make me really happy. Here I have another little baby PILEA. This is one of the little children that my mother plant gave off. I probably should water her. Actually, I have a lot of plants that I need to water today, so I'll be doing that later tonight. But that's just one of the babies. And then I have my rattlesnake plant. One of these leaves is brand new. Which one is new? I think it's this one right here. But she makes me really happy as well. The older leaves don't stand up at night, but the newer ones do, which I think is really fascinating. But they just are so cool. Like, look how different those leaves are. Every once in a while I'll have one crisp up, but I think that's pretty natural. Like, that's just the natural cycle of the plant. But they make me happy. All of these plants make me happy. So this is, I believe, a Calathea. This is the red medallion one, I think. I don't know. My app says that it's a rose-painted Calathea. I don't know. I just know that they're really cool. I love that they grow in these little, like fruit roll-ups. They make me really happy when they do that. But she has gone through the total cycle, growing and stopping and growing and dying, but that's all natural. I love her. She's one of my bigger plants as well. Like, look how big she is compared to my others. But she's just awesome. I love the undersides of her leaves. They're like purple, so they're really dark. So that makes me really happy as well. How many times can I say that makes me happy? I don't know. Down here is my string of frogs. So this one also, I really didn't think it was doing well, and then I put it in some area that had just a little bit less light, and now she has all this new growth. Look at all those new little tiny leaves. Wow, what a beautiful plant. There was a time that I was obsessed with all the string of plants. I still pretty much am. But I think this plant is just so different as well, because the leaves are so small. But it's still that beautiful deep green that makes my house just feel like a jungle, which I like. Over here is my this is my asparagus fern. It's kind of hard to see her with all the other plants around it. This is a plant that I had when she was super small, and now she's just so large. And I love that the little fronds will die and then new bigger ones will grow. So it just is this constant beautiful cycle that I love. She is thirsty though, so I water her almost every day. All right, this is one of my favorites, and this is one that I just bought willy-nilly from Home Depot. But this is my PILEA mollis, and look how beautiful that sun stressing is. That like red parts of her leaves, just amazing. She has some little flowers. She's constantly flowering, and it just makes me so happy. That beautiful red. I love her so, so much. She's just grown so big, so much bigger than I ever expected. And it has become one of my favorites, even though I just didn't think I was gonna like her so much. But behind her is her cousin. It's called a PILEA Dark Mystery. I got this one around Halloween, and it likes a little bit more shade than the other one because you can see that she's kind of crisped up on the leaves. But still growing, still doing well. And I don't know. I kind of forget about her, honestly, which sounds kind of awful, but I don't know. She's doing well. She's living. All right, and then this one, look at her. This is my Monstera Adansonii. I don't know which morph it is. I don't know if it's like the thin leaf morph or what, but this one grows really fast as well. I keep her pretty moist, but she seems to be really happy with that. Like, look how huge this hole is. Wow. The fenestrations are just so cool on this. And when I got her, I didn't realize just how beautiful their leaves are. On camera, you really can't tell, but they have this beautiful like iridescence on them. And I was so scared to try one of these because I heard they were kind of difficult, but she has given me no problems, knock on wood. But I love her. I love her. Back here is another pretty big guy. I should probably tie her to this pretty soon so that she can continue to grow. This was marketed to me as a mini Monstera, so before I really knew what plants were, I didn't know them super well, but this is a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. They're not related to Monsteras, but they still have this beautiful fenestrations to them. Once they start growing, they grow like a weed. Like these 3 leaves on top have grown in the past month, so pretty cool. Every once in a while I do have to chop her because she'll stop growing as many fenestrations and they have really small leaves. Like this leaf is really little on top, but we will see how she goes. I'm gonna try and see how she grows and just kind of let it happen and see what happens next, honestly. All right, the next one is kind of hidden. This is my Hoya pubicalyx. She has beautiful, huge leaves, and I've had to wrap her around this pole so many times because she just gets so big. I love the little tiny new leaves. All of these up here. This is definitely my fastest growing Hoya. This is the only one that has given me a bunch of new growth, which is really neat. I have a couple more Hoya which are coming up next. But these splashes on the leaves are just so cool. I don't water her much. I don't do a whole lot with her, and she just seems to be happy. All right, and next I have the triplets. So these are, all 3 are Hoya carnosas. So this one over here is a Crimson Princess. I don't know why her leaves have been reverting back to green, but you know what? I'm just happy that she's growing. So this is the Hoya Carnosa Crimson Princess. This is just the regular Jade one, and this is the Crimson Queen. So all 3 of them are growing pretty well. Actually, the Jade one is growing the best. Look at that beautiful new leaf that has just come in. But this one will grow like 1 leaf at a time, oddly enough. And once it does, it's so rewarding because I just get another leaf and I'm like, ooh, a new baby. But I love her. I love all 3 of them. I put them in similar pots because I just wanted them to look the same. I'm sure my little Tyrian that's in there doesn't like them that much, but she's hiding in her rock. But she doesn't like the camera. But they're doing well right here. They get a decent amount of light coming from my grow light right here, and they seem to be happy about it. But this is the overview of my dresser. So that's where I keep most of my plants. I do have some more right over here. Ryan's playing video games. Hi. Sorry about my desk. It's really messy because I just filmed a empties video last night. So yay. This is my Monstera. Ah, look how big she is. Stara deliciosa. Let me get closer to her so you can see these beautiful fenestrations. I have a couple of leaves that are fenestrated. Actually, does her new leaf have fenestrations? I don't think so. I can't tell if the little fruit roll-up part does. But she has a couple of leaves with fenestrations in them. She is definitely like the baby that I'm constantly excited about when she grows new leaves. She loves the sun. She's constantly leaning through my blinds to get to the sun. So I twist this plant so often so it doesn't lean too far, but I don't know, she's constantly leaning. I love this plant. It's so big. It's so big in my tiny little house, but it makes me really happy. And then down here, I have my holiday cactus. This is another one that is new in the last couple weeks. I've wanted a holiday cactus for so long, and I don't know why, I just couldn't find any that were relatively small, and also were not doing horribly from like the grocery store. So I finally got one for my birthday, and he's already growing like new little growths up here. So I'm excited. Hopefully that means good luck. Oof. Back here I have a Haworthia as well. So this is, I think it's a zebra one. This one is another one of my oldest plants. It is honestly probably like 5 years old at this point. And look at it. It's growing towards the sun. It doesn't like a whole lot of light or else it actually dies back. So I think it likes having a lot of this natural light here by this east-facing window with the covered porch. But I love all the new little green growth that's in there. This one is so satisfying because you don't notice it, and then a couple weeks go by and you're like, wow, look at all that new green. It's doing so well. And it's just so cool. It's so little. All right, this one's kind of funny, but kind of sad. These are a string of turtles. I had 2 string of turtles that were kind of small, and I tried to put them together in this big pot. Was not the right choice. So it has severely died back, but I just moved it away from the grow lights and now it's starting to grow again. So just like yesterday or the day before, I bought this bigger one that I was going to replace this one because I thought it was just a goner. But now it's growing again and I don't quite know what to do. So I'm just gonna keep this one here in its nursery pot until this one figures out what it wants to do. But string of turtles is one of my favorite. I'm a marine biologist. I love turtles. They're my favorite animal. But these are just so cute. Like, look at their little peace signs. They make me so happy. Again, they make me happy. But yeah, this is a fun one. I don't really know what it's gonna do next, so it's kind of an experiment. I'm just gonna watch what happens. All right. Here I have another grow light that goes into my bookshelves. And this grow light honestly has been a savior. It's doing so much for my plants, so hopefully it will continue to do that. I have a couple of my cacti over here. So first I'm gonna go up top. This is my bunny ear cactus, and this has grown so much in the last couple months. This is not an old plant. It only had a couple of ears when I got it, and now look how big it is. I always thought that cactuses were really slow growers, but not this one. This one right here is some sort of euphorbia. It's very small. It had little tiny yellow leaves on it, or flowers on it when I first got it. And it just started to grow. This last little bit, like up here, that's the new growth. So it seems happy in the summer. Maybe it likes a little bit of humidity. I don't really know, but it seems to be doing pretty well. Back there is the devil's tongue cactus. And this one also is growing a whole lot. Look at all those new white little baby spines. This one was from like Home Depot or something, and it had like a pink leaf or a pink flower like glued to it. So fun. It has since grown off, but it is doing super well and I love watching it grow. All right, more plants down here. I have another cactus back there. This one Ryan calls monkey bread. Let me zoom in. I don't actually know what kind it is, but it's cool looking. I like all the separate little portions to it. I love it. It's so cute. All right, over here I have another Hoya. This is my like little sweetheart Hoya, Hoya carrii. It has not done anything for me since I bought her, but she seems still to be doing okay. She's alive. She's maybe not thriving, but she's alive. I don't really know what to do to make her grow more, but I'm enjoying her the way that she is. All right, back there is actually my first Hoya. She is very sun-stressed now. You can see all the pink little leaves that are coming. She's loving being in the grow light though. Like she started to die back a couple weeks ago, and then once I put her in the grow light, she's grown a bunch of new leaves. So I don't know if she was just like not happy with not enough light or what, but she seems to be doing really well now. Up front right here is actually a SAGO blue POTHOS. So it is a really beautiful blue color. It's really hard to see on camera. I think she actually is too close to the grow light because she's kind of bleaching. So I might take her away sometime soon so that she gets still a decent amount of light, but maybe not as much as she's getting right here. But she grows so fast. Once she established in my home, now she's been growing at least like a new leaf a week. So pretty cool. Actually, I think I'm just gonna move her right now over here. Maybe she will grow more slightly away from the light. And then right here, I have my string of pearls. This has been a journey. She still isn't doing the absolute best, but she's alive. I had a huge basket of string of pearls. She was too close to the humidifier, but now I cut her back. I propagated her into this smaller pot, and she seems to be doing a lot better. I hope she likes the terracotta more, because then the soil can dry out some more. Some of the strands are doing super well, some of them aren't, so I don't really know what to do differently, but no, she's alive. She's a plant. I'm just happy that she's alive. So, yeah, I think that is just about everything. All right, well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below if you made it through the end, and let me know what your favorite plant is in my collection versus what's your favorite plant, period. I am constantly getting new plants, and I feel like hearing other people's favorite plants gives me just as much excitement as me talking about my favorite plants. So I want to hear yours, and maybe I'll do another one of these in another like 6 months. So I hope that you guys liked it, and I hope that I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.